1920, in the town of Ridgewood, New Jersey, where she lived until her marriage to Stephen Licheton, who was a lifelong resident of the city of Hackensack. Steve served as a paratrooper in the Army Air Force in World War II, and when they married, their first move was into a veterans' homes on American Legion Drive. After a few years, they built their first home on Allen Street, which was a dirt road at the time. Christine still resides there today. She and her husband raised two sons, Stephen and Kevin, who attended the local schools, and Christine volunteered as a member of the PTA. Each of Christine's jobs were located in Hackensack. She worked for New Jersey Bell on Main Street for 18 years, and later for the city of Hackensack as a receptionist, and then for the tax assessor's office for 16 years. After retiring from her work at City Hall, Christine volunteered at the Hackensack Hospital Auxiliary Gift Shop and helped to coordinate various fundraising events. She is the proud mother of two sons, 3 grandchildren, and 2 great-granddaughters. And if asked about her life in Hackensack, she will often say that she has been very fortunate to live in a community with the best neighbors and friends one could hope for. So with that, the City Council wishes you a happy 100th birthday. Your life story is of strength and dedication to your family and friends. May you be blessed with more years of good health that are filled abundantly with friendship, love, and happiness. So happy birthday, Christine, on behalf of the City of Hackensack. So with that, we'll move on to the city manager's report.
We have minutes, Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It should be on the,
Yep, approval of the minutes for the Cal and regular meetings of August 18th, 2020. Was
Okay.
everybody?
Councilwoman Van Rudenberg was absent.
Okay, so everybody but Steffi. Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Abstain.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, and with that, we'll move to the city manager's report. Ted, you there? Did we lose Ted?
Ted, you have to unmute your device.
You're on mute.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, we.
Okay. The city manager's report for September 22nd, 2020. 1, our city offices are still open by appointment only. Please call the department directly to schedule an appointment. A phone directory is located on the hackensack.org for your convenience. Please be advised that a mask must be worn in all city buildings for assistance. 2, Fairmount Avenue speeding update. We have distributed questionnaires to the area residents for input. We will review and find a positive solution. We are working with our Hackensack Police Department and the Traffic Bureau. We have also purchased 10 new radars, 2 signboards to monitor problems in areas throughout the city. 3, election time is here. Ballots will be mailed out this week of September 21st. Residents should expect them in the mail by October 5th. Ballot information, including Dropbox locations, will be added in our website for informational purposes. 4, Hackensack Library reopened for browsing, walk-in references, and computer use on September 16th. Please refer to the website for additional information. 5, September is the National Preparedness Month. Please keep in mind that we still need to contend with weather situations such as hurricanes and flooding. Being prepared is very important. Please refer to the ready.gov for more information. 6, I would like to thank the Hackensack Police Department, Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, and the Bergen County Sheriff's Office for a well-coordinated Hackensack bike run that was held this past Saturday. Approximately 75 to 100 participants, including the Hackensack Fire Department, Hackensack Volunteer Ambulance Squad, Brothers United Bike Club, and local families with their children. The city looks The city looks forward to an even bigger event next year. That would complete the city manager report for September 22nd, 2020.
Thank you. Resolution 334-20.
This is a resolution for the final adoption of ordinance number 34-2020, an ordinance amending Green Street redevelopment plan. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to Resolution 334-20? Please unmute your device. Hearing nobody from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 34-2020 has passed the second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 335-20.
This is a resolution for the final adoption of ordinance number 35-2020, capital ordinance of the City of Hackensack and the County of Bergen, New Jersey, authorizing an ordinance for certain capital improvements and acquisitions and appropriating $402,000 and providing that such sum so appropriated shall be raised from the fund balance of the general capital fund of the City of Hackensack. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open to the public, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance only, please unmute your device and give your name to the clerk. Hearing no one from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 35-2020 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 336-20.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 36-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 148 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, Streets and Sidewalks, to prohibit the placement of certain obstructions on public streets within the city. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to Resolution 336-20 and only 336-20, please unmute your device and come forward, give your name to the clerk. Hearing no one from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 36-2020 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 337-20.
Is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 37-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to prohibit the unofficial reserving of parking spaces in Section 170-6 General Parking Regulations. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to 337-20, please unmute your device. Hearing no members from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
Offer.
Second.
We don't have any visual.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 37-2020 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Okay, thank you. Someone on the, in the public, I believe, has their device unmuted. If you could please mute your device while we're speaking, we appreciate it. Thank you. Resolution 338-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 38-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to remove the restriction prohibiting street parking on the south side of Clay Street from 3rd Street to 2nd Street and from 1st Street to West Railroad Avenue.
The motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 38-2020 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 6, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law, with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 339-20.
This is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to convert below charges to property liens as per NJSA 40:48-2.14.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. No reading with that?
No, that's a regular resolution.
Resolution 340-20.
The resolution authorizing tax appeal attorney to settle the cases on the attached list dated September 14th, 2020 that were scheduled for trial or settlement.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 341-20.
This is a resolution adopting the agreement between the City of Hackensack and Policemen's Benevolent Association Hackensack Local Number 9 for the period January 1, 2016 to December 31st, 2020.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 342-20.
This is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state board judgments and duplicate payments.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 343-20.
This is a resolution authorizing the change order number 3 to Brinks Tank and Environmental Services for formal pistol range soil remediation at Johnson Park.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 344-20.
This is a resolution authorizing award of contract to DMR Architecture for zoning ordinance review and update.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Mayor Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 345-20.
This is a resolution authorizing correction to Resolution 315-20, which was change order number 1 to Suburban Consulting Engineers, Inc., for the contract for Main Street Combined Sewer Separation Construction Management.
Okay. Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 346-20.
This is a resolution authorizing payment of bills.
Motion to pay the bills?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, before we go into the consent agenda, does anybody have any conflicts that they need to remove themselves from? Hearing none from the council, please move forward with the consent agenda.
The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and/or additions. The consent agenda consists of resolutions 347-20 through 363-20. 347-20 is a resolution appointing Susan Banson and Ryan Westra as members of the Bergen County Regional Community Development Committee. Resolution 348-20 is a resolution authorizing a leave of absence without pay for Michelle Dunning's keyboarding clerk 1 municipal court. Resolution 349-20 is a resolution authorizing extension of leave of absence without pay for Brandon Chanel, Tree Department of Public Works. Resolution 350-20 is a resolution authorizing extension of leave of absence without pay for Michael Sabator, Tree Maintenance Worker 1 of Public Works. Resolution 351-20 is a resolution authorizing an extension of leave of absence without pay for Daniel Klima, Sewer Repair Supervisor in the Department of Public Works. Resolution 352-20 is a resolution authorizing the leave of absence without pay for James Ratataska, firefighter. Resolution 353-20 is a resolution authorizing the renewal of liquor licenses for the 2020-2021 license term. Resolution 354-20 is a resolution authorizing endorsement of proposed Bergen County Community Development Grants for 2020. Resolution 355-20 is a resolution authorizing release of escrow for 24 Henry Place. Resolution 356-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Chasen, Lamparello, Malone, and Capuzzo for tax appeal attorney. Resolution 357-20 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers for Main Street Combined Sewer Separation Clean Fill Soil Sampling. Resolution 358-20 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers for Stuyve Park Improvement Project, Engineering and Landscape Architecture Services. Resolution 359-20 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers for 220 Union Street Underground Storage Tank Closure Oversight. Resolution 360-20 is a resolution to authorize execution of agreement with the County of Bergen for reimbursement under the CARES Act. Resolution 361-20 is a resolution authorizing Jennifer Harrington, alternate member of the Zoning Board, to fill the unexpired term of the regular member, George Diana. Resolution 362-20 is a resolution authorizing extension of health benefits for the family of fallen firefighter Richard Kubler through October 31st, 2020. And Resolution 363-20 is a resolution to authorize execution of shared service agreement with the County of Bergen for the use of Bonfire e-procurement software services. And now we need a motion.
Need a motion to adopt the consent agenda as it was read.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, with that, I need a motion to open to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, everybody from the public, please come forward one at a time. Please unmute your device and give your name to the clerk.
Richard
Hello?
Salkin, Hackensack, New Jersey. The more I look into this Matthew O'Donnell situation, the more disturbing it gets. Let's recap it. A woman by the name of Suzanne Gayet has been charged for submitting a covered, masked contribution on he and his partner's behalf of $2,600 on April 10th, 2017, towards your re-election campaign. Now, you got to ask yourself, why was that masked? $2,600 contribution didn't violate anything. Well, you know what? There's got to have been other monies. That's a fact. And when you look, and again, the more you look into it, the lousier it looks. Do you have any idea? Well, let me tell you. In 4+ years as one of your tax appeal attorney, he billed the taxpayers of Hackensack $1.6 million. Got that? $1.6 million. Bernie Madoff never paid that kind of a return on $2,600. It's amazing what went on here. And nobody knows anything. In fact, I think I'm going to remember that question and answer for the rest of my life. Kathy, who was the treasurer? That was 2017. I don't recall. Well, of course, Kathy, you were the treasurer. You had to have known what was going on. With all due respect, and may he rest in peace, Emil was going around saying, I got more money than the Bank of England. And you guys did. But this is how you got it, apparently. Somebody needs to step forward because this is a real scandal. It's a real disgrace. Frankly, it's felonies. Why don't you at least send the $2,600 back? Show that you're going straight in your next campaign and you won't do this kind of nonsense. It's illegal. You ought to be deathly afraid of going down this road again. That's it.
Next, please.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, give your name to the clerk, please.
Hello, yes. My name is David Davila. I'm a resident at 105 Meadow Street. My father, Paul Davila, has spoke to Ted on multiple occasions about parking on our street. So Ted put up signs, but the signs he put up say no parking at any time, and this effectively removes all the parking available on a public street. So the main problem my father had with parking on our street was that people would come and park their car and leave it and block the garage, but a no parking at any time, that effectively just removes all the parking on our street. So what my father wanted was resident parking, and we received a letter from Ted saying that our street is not warranted for resident parking. So I was just curious as to what warrants resident parking and if we can remove the no parking at any time signs.
Okay, I'm going to let Ted respond to that because I wasn't aware of any no parking at any time signs on the street.
Okay, the letter
Before-
was sent to your
Ted,
father.
Before you start, Mr. DeVille, are you done with your 3 minutes? Because I don't want to back and forth on this.
Oh yeah, I just want to add that our street is a dead end, so that just adds to the reason why there shouldn't be any no parking at any time signs.
Okay, thank you. Ted?
Okay, so almost a year ago, I went down there and spoke to your father, brought down staff to look at this. The no parking signs were up prior and then removed by somebody, but not the city. The lane that's in there is substandard and doesn't meet the criteria. So if you allow parking in there on that lane in there, it does not have enough width for safety issues. So if somebody had to get in there with a fire truck or any of these conditions, so obviously there was, and your father's 100% correct, that people used to park farther down the lane next to where originally the county owned property and now the current new credit union building is being built. The issue is that if there was resident parking stickers, there still would only be one, possibly two issued to the 3 residents that live on that street. There still wouldn't address any of the parking issues that your father's complaining about, because as he admits, there are 5 in your family that all have driver's licenses, and that's just his children. I don't know if your mother and your father both also have vehicles also. So the thought process that the city's going to be able to fulfill your parking situation is probably not accurate. My suggestion is that the end of where your father's 2-car garage is, that could be shortened up and you could provide parking on your own property, may be something to be considered. If the mayor and council.
My Wi-Fi went down. Can you
There's
repeat?
no back and forth, sir. The mayor made it clear. You spoke, you're done. I'm just telling you.
I don't think Ted, I don't think he heard you.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi went down, so I just wanted you to restate
Okay,
what you
so-
previously said at the fire truck. I heard the fire truck, and then my Wi-Fi went down.
Okay, so the issue is because that lane is so skinny, there's not really the ability. If you park cars there, you virtually can't get down there. If a fire truck or somebody had to get down there for emergency purpose, they wouldn't be allowed to because there's not enough width for it. So it's a substandard lane. I wouldn't even call it a road personally. And those signs that were put up there, those signs were there prior to my service, and somebody took them down. We just reinstalled them back. Unfortunately, there are 3 residents that live on that street. So even if we went to residential parking and each person got 2 spots, it wouldn't be enough for your family because, as your father admits, he has 5 children and they all drive. Plus, I don't know whether your mother drives or your father has vehicles. So unfortunately, as your father brought up, this wasn't a problem 20 years ago. Well, none of his children drove 20 years ago. But now it is a problem and there's not enough space to do so. So the city can't turn public parking, public streets in or public access into private parking for one family's needs. Unless the mayor and council have a different notion. We've kind of been up and down this and researched this. The only other issue could be is for the city to basically vacate the right of way through there and shorten it up. But then again, it's only going to provide the width and space that goes back to where your father's garage. The no parking at any time was to prevent people from parking behind your father's garage doors so he couldn't get out of his garage. And that's how this originally started.
Okay. What about, just Ted, bring up the point about, I don't know whether I heard the possibility of using their property, some space on their property for parking.
The last time I was down there, I remember there was, I'm pretty sure that my memory, sir, I'm pretty good at memory, is that there was a space in a garden on like a, not a chicken wire fence, but there was a section there up against that garage that if that was cut back in there, I think you could park vehicles tucked back in there on your own private property there that could be addressed. So, but at this point, I don't think the city really has any options to offer your family, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next person from the public, please.
Hi, this is Paula Rickover, and I spoke before, so I don't want to repeat myself about the New Jersey Transit Power Plant, but I was wondering what the timetable is for the resolution. Will there be a vote?
I would venture to say that the next council meeting, this will be on the docket.
Thank you so much.
The same, Mr. Kleiman?
Yeah, I mean, if the council wishes to proceed forward, we certainly can have a resolution on for the next meeting. I know there's been some samples that have floated around, and we'll take a look and make sure that it's all appropriate. But certainly, I would think the next meeting would be just fine if the council wishes to proceed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Next person from the public, please. Unmute your device and please give your name to the clerk.
Yes, hello. This is Bridget Rucker. And I want to say, Ted, thank you for sending the suburban consulting firm here on Stanley Place to actually look to see what the problem is. And I'm quite sure as I sent them a letter thanking them as well, the thanking them comes based upon their observation of what they saw. And I wanted to thank the city council. I was on the COW meeting as well. And I see that we're going to open up our city parks for the kids because they need to have an outlet, and that is a good thing. So thank you on both of those. But Ted, I'm hoping that we can come to a resolution and a decision on our street here, going from Passaic Street all the way to Central Ave on this side. The last thing I'm going to bring up today is Ms. Catastrino. You actually talked in the past about affordable housing. Well, I reached out to the state of New Jersey and I spoke to the director of the DCA. And she sent me back some information about affordable housing. And this is what she said. Under the Council on Affordable Housing, past policies and procedure, senior housing, also known as age-restricted housing, will be credited up to 25% of the municipality obligation. It is my understanding that per the decision in the lawsuit between West Winster, Princeton, and Share Housing, Fair Share Housing, that the court would work with the municipality to determine the obligated number of affordable housing units as well as the attended population. She also sent me the lawyer and the judge who I am going to reach out to get a greater understanding of transparency. You did in the past say that we have met our obligation because you include senior citizens buildings, which cannot be included really in affordable housing. It's only up to 25%. That's all you can include. Senior citizen buildings are for people who are senior citizens, disabled, okay? And you have to be 65 to get into a senior citizens building or disabled. So what you have done here is try to allude on the affordable housing. And what I'm trying to do to the community is to give them knowledge about the affordable housing and the percentage of housing this town is obligated to provide. So with that being said, I will be looking forward to my conversation with the judge and the lawyer. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
John, if I may respond.
Yes, go ahead, Kat.
Okay. Bridget, at the meeting, we had our affordable housing attorney address the public at, I don't know if it was our last meeting or the prior meeting. I'm not 100% certain. But at that time, she presented that there were more than 500 affordable housing units in town. And I know I reiterated that we were close, but hadn't 100% met, and that we had a current obligation of 60. And that was all part of our presentation in working with Fair Share Housing. Those 60, to come to an agreement with Fair Share Housing, we also presented the options of folks, 4 different people that were interested in building those as to possibilities of how we would attain the remaining 60. Now, again, I am not an expert in this. You know, it seems like you've done a lot more work on this than I have. We relied on our attorneys for this, and we also relied on working with Fair Share Housing, because they are the ones that we have to sign the agreement with to move forward, to use our trust fund to start working towards building the remaining affordable housing. So please, Bridget, if you would forward me, you know, in an email, anything that you have. And Steve, our city attorney's online. I think we could, Steve, get that information to our Affordable Housing Council and hopefully have an answer for you next time.
Well, if I may, Deputy Mayor, you know, a couple of important points here. With respect to the affordable housing settlement, this is a court proceeding. So this isn't just a deal with Fair Share Housing Center. The Superior Court of New Jersey has to review this, has to approve it in an open and public process to confirm that we in fact are meeting the obligations that we are required to meet under the affordable housing requirements. So there are no secrets here. There are no backroom deals. This is a fully transparent and public process in which the public will have an opportunity to see and understand what it is that we are doing. And I think if they do so, they will see that this is a real commitment made by this council to improve affordable housing in all its respects within the city. And, you know, it should be something that this council is proud of. So, you know, all that information is public, is available, will continue to be part of the approval process, which will, again, be confirmed in an open courtroom before Judge Padovano in the next few weeks. You know, any member of the public can certainly, you know, appear at that if they wish to do so and observe it for themselves.
Thank you, Mr. Kleinman, for that, but I wasn't talking about all of that. What I was saying was senior citizen buildings cannot be part of the 100% that Ms. Catastrino is talking about. It can only be 25% of affordable housing. Do you understand that part of it?
And again, I'm not going to get into a back and forth except to simply say that, you know, all of those requirements will have to be demonstrated that we have met to a superior court judge, that we have met each and every requirement under the affordable housing laws, or the court cannot legally approve the settlement. So I'm confident that our settlement accomplishes everything that it is required to do under law. And again, I don't want to get into a back and forth.
No, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with you either. But like I said, I reached out to the state. So I will be having a conversation with the actual lawyer, and I will be having a conversation with the judge. So that's to let you know the work that I did. Why am I going to forward anything over to this city when I said last year or the year before last, Kathy, we need to sit down at the table and have a conversation, but you ignored that. And you want me to give you my legwork? I don't think so. That's your job. You need to do the legwork. You're getting paid by the city. I'm not getting paid by the city. But what I care about is—
Wait, Ms. Rucker, no back and forth. We're way past 3 minutes.
I'm not going back and forth, John. I'm not going back and forth. But what you
Ms.
will
Rucker,
not do, you will not disturb the community.
Rucker, 3
It's
minutes.
crazy.
Up. That's it.
You need to be more transparent. Put it that way.
Rucker,
You already heard the lawyer say you, but you need to be more transparent. That's all I say to you, John.
Rucker, please, IT, please mute Ms. Rucker.
And we've been 100% transparent. We had the attorney from Affordable Housing go through this. It went through this agreement with Fair Share Housing from the state. This is not an internal organization. No, John, this needs to be said because these accusations are ridiculous.
No, they're not ridiculous. No, they're not.
They are absolutely. They are ridiculous. I wasn't asking for your legwork. I was saying you asked a question. I can't answer your question if I don't have your information.
Excuse me.
You can see all you want, but you haven't seen it.
make our comments afterwards, please?
Okay,
Mr.
I'm
Ruffin?
done with you, John. For you, I hope whatever you guys, I hope.
Thank you, Frank. Next person from the public, please. Next person from the public. Anyone from the public want to speak? If not, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Dave, unmute your phone.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, with that, Stephanie?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I just want to start with some positive comments. Thanks to the city manager and Leo and the police department for really cracking down on the speeding and trying to get a good initiative going on Fairmont, and hopefully it will, spread throughout the city. I know speeding has been a problem, and Leo has been on top of it and advocating to get some support. So thanks to Ted for making that happen. Happy birthday to Miss Lickichen. That's a huge milestone, 100 years old, and your accomplishments speak volumes, being a mom and a grandma and involved in the city. Congratulations to the Hackensack, Maywood, Rochelle Park senior baseball league team on their District 6 championship. After losing their opening game in pool play, the team won 5 games in a row to capture the title. The team defeated Teaneck Southern, Fort Lee, and Little Ferry Pagoda. After winning the district tournament, the team advanced to the section tournament and advanced the championship game before losing to Union City. The team was made up of players from all 3 towns and really became a close-knit group during the summer. It was a total team effort, as all members of the team had an important role in capturing the first ever district championship for the towns. So that's the first time they ever got that district championship for these towns together. And, I just think it's a true testament during the summer of, during this whole crisis of COVID and isolation of, a good group of kids and coaches and parents coming together and making something positive happen. And, I just think that there's little things that people took for granted during this whole ordeal. And just as, someone mentioned about opening the fields and courts, it's, something like that we took for granted, and they were always available. And now, they're finally going to open. And, thanks to the council and the city manager and the rec department and the DPW for going, for making that happen, because the kids really do need that outlet. And again, it's those little things that you kind of take for granted. And we really all, as a city and as residents, realized, something like that, how important it is. And during this time, in regards to the library being opened back up September 16th, another thing that I think everyone kind of took for granted. And, here they are, they're gonna, open slowly and get back to business, and it's exciting. And also on the cow discussion was talking about having restaurants, how we're gonna, help them once it gets a little cooler out to be able to still conduct business. And, maybe some of those things could stay, maybe the outside eating and dining could stay once this is over and done, because some good things came about. Thank you to our environmental committee advocating on behalf of the residents of the city. They did a lot of work in writing up an opposition to the New Jersey Transit power plant. So thanks for that. And also on the agenda tonight were some capital improvements and the purchasing of equipment for our first responders and the DPW, different things that will definitely make them safer and the community safer. So that's a great thing, going in the right direction. And I know Ted mentioned the Hackensack bike run this past Saturday. I was actually able to be a part of it. It was really, it was great. We had the Brothers United Bike Club came and joined us. It was just nice to see a lot of, people out there supporting the police and having good conversations. And it was a really nice way to kind of see the city with the streets closed down and kind of, in a group just pedaling through, not worrying about traffic, and you kind of take in the sights and, appreciate some of the things about the city that you wouldn't see when you're, in a car and rushing and, things like that. So that's it for me. Thank you so much and have a good night.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. Yes, again, happy birthday to Mrs. Litchfield. My mom's 102 and still with me, so I know for her that 100-year milestone was really a big one, as I'm sure it was for you. So again, congratulations for reaching it, and it sounds like for having and enjoying a wonderful life here in Hackensack. A couple of things. One, we talked about it a little at the COW meeting. Just briefly, we reached another milestone in trying to accomplish our alternate flight path to get some of the aircraft, away here from, from moving over parts of our city, especially Prospect Avenue and some of the higher points here, Hiller School, et cetera. And they were going through the environmental assessment. And as you know, we've spoken about this many times. It took quite a bit of time in public hearings and comments. Well, it was finally approved. So that's another step in that process, which was good news we just learned this past week. So now we're just waiting for its publication and for testing for the air traffic controllers, and hope to see it being deployed sooner rather than later. A couple of things that were on the agenda tonight, I think worth mentioning. We talked about doing some capital ordinance. We're doing some renovations well needed in our fire department and police department. We're making the purchase of body cameras for our police officers. And we're also spending some funds to install some park surveillance systems in some of our parks to make people feel safer, and to keep an eye on comings and goings at the parks. We also are doing and continuing our work on sewer separation. Again, a very important part of what's happening in the city as far as keeping our river free of some of the contaminants that were there, and helping to abate some of the flooding issues that we had. Also tonight, we're progressing with engineering on doing some enhancements to Steib Park. As you know, this council has been fully committed to upgrading many of our parks, and it's time for Steib Park to get some well-deserved attention. So we're happy to see that happen. We've all been hit, not only personally, but as a city, with the implications of the COVID virus. And something on here tonight is we're applying for CARES Act grant money, hoping to get some of the funds that the city had to spend, particularly during this period, reimbursed. So that was another good progress for us tonight on the agenda. I'm not going to get into agonizing detail about this fair share and the COA agreement, but just leave it to be said that the city has employed specialized attorneys, and these attorneys, this is their life's work. This is all they do, is work on affordable housing proposals and settlement agreements and progress with cities. So, they're the ones, and this has been going on for a couple of years, them working and coming to an agreement with Fair Share, where Fair Share has now blessed the plans for the city of Hackensack to move forward with affordable housing. And yes, I am not intimately involved with how those decisions were made, but I know we have more affordable housing than was needed to take credit for. How those rules come into play, I will leave that to the attorneys and their areas of expertise. But Fair Share did agree to this settlement and this plan. And as our city attorney mentioned, it will now go for a judge for final approval. So this has been an open and transparent process all the way through. And we look forward to being able to now meet some of those commitments. Actually, next week, or the week after, I'm actually meeting with another developer who's interested in doing some affordable housing in town. And while our obligation is only for another 60, it's this council's intent we'll build where it's needed, and we have developers to build. We'll build more than 60. We're not limiting ourselves to 60. We're looking at what makes sense for the city and who's willing to develop it. We're collecting funds from development downtown, and we have those trust fund monies to help contribute to make these things successful, and we look forward to them. Thank you, everyone, for participating tonight or for listening in, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great week.
As was mentioned earlier, I want to say happy birthday to Christine Lithium, 100 years. I only pray I make it halfway. God bless you. The city, I want to thank you for looking into the conditions on Stanley Place from 6th Street to Central Ave. Thank you, Suburban. Hopefully we can get this finally nailed down. Last Friday, we had our last drive-in movie of the summer, Field of Dreams, was shown. The movie was well received. This past Saturday, September 19th, we had our first community bike run. That was a success. Although I couldn't ride in the bicycle, I did ride in the golf cart the whole route. I am also happy that the city is opening up the city parks completely in a safe way. Basketball rims in all parks will either be put back up or have the wood covering removed. Thank God. There are 9 more days to complete the 2020 census. If you have not completed the census or know of someone who hasn't, please go and encourage others to do so. You can complete the census at 2020census.gov to be counted. Today is the first day of fall and National Voter Registration Day. The deadline to register to vote is fast approaching. The last day to register is Tuesday, October 13th for this coming November 2020 election. Your vote does count. Thank you for coming out tonight. God bless.
Thank you. Leo?
Congratulations again to our Hackensack resident, Christine Lichtenstein, for reaching 100-year-old. She's in the same club with Kathy's mother. That is really nice. Our traffic department is doing an excellent job to control the speeds in the city of Hackensack, not only Fairmont Avenue. Sometimes they are in Davis, sometimes they're in Spring Valley. And as the city manager says, we're gonna equip like at least 10 more cars with certified police officers. They're gonna continue controlling the residents and people from outside the city that are speeding in our streets. That has to stop. Definitely, I am opposed to the power plant with that kind of technology. I will change my mind and they go a different way. I am happy now that they're gonna open all the playgrounds and the fields and the way the kids can enjoy. And definitely the bathroom have to be open. Thank you and stay home.
Thank you, Leo. So I'll start off with a happy birthday to our centennial, Christine Lichtenstein. She just turned 100 years old on September 16th. Happy birthday again. Moving forward, we're moving forward to open up recreation. And it's well needed. Our children need to stay active. I personally am very concerned about how the lockdown has affected our youth. They've been locked down for quite a long time now. I mean, when I say locked down, they're certainly not doing the activities that they're used to doing before. And it's going to be nice that they'll be able to get out and start participating in sports again. Transparency. This council and their affordable housing legal team have been nothing but transparent. Our affordable housing requirement is monitored and controlled by COA and the Fair Share Housing through the state of New Jersey. We have no control over that. That's controlled by them. We continue to move the city forward with redevelopment, park renovations, bringing more arts to the city, working on making our city greener by repairing our aging infrastructure, especially the sewer separation. Just to make you aware, in meetings with the riverkeeper and other people on the combined sewers, because there's only 3 municipalities in the state of, or in Bergen County that have combined sewers. It's Hackensack, Richfield Park, and Fort Lee. Hackensack averages 70 spills of sewage into the Hackensack River every year because of the lack of non-separated sewers. And we're only allowed to have 2. So this number will be, or 4, I'm sorry. This number will drop drastically once these sewers are separated. Plus, long-term, we're going to save a bunch of money because we're not going to be sending stormwater to the BCUA to be treated with the sewage. Right now, we do that. So that'll be a benefit. Other infrastructure things we're doing, as these new buildings go up, people worry about the flooding, but these new buildings are much greener. There's green factors to these buildings, especially the underground retention for stormwater, which is put into almost all these residential buildings. And that's important because with all the impervious land that we have here, it's good to have the retention. So The other thing, as you heard, we're working on stopping all the speeding in our residential areas. This is going to take some time, but we're putting a lot more manpower and effort into it. And as you probably heard through our city manager, we're buying more and more devices, more trailers, more lights, blinking lights to stop people. And we're going to also be focusing on pedestrians in the near future on making them safer as well. So with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Congratulations again to Christine on her 100th birthday, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Motion to close the meeting.
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
None opposed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.